sorry. You lied on the witness stand. That's unforgivable. Thank you, Emma. Kindred spirits. Me and this little four-eyed ragamuffin.
Hello, YouTube. I'm Unca Crunk, just your standard issue purple monster of a certain age who plays games on the internet. In the previous episode of Phoenix Wright Ace Attorney, literally the best witness in the entire game so far dropped a major bomb on this case. Detective Goodman was murdered in the evidence room of the police department, not in the prosecutor's office parking garage. It is still possible that Lana Skye killed him since she and Goodman were both at the police department on the day of the murder, so it's not a total slam dunk. Oh, also Edgeworth's car was at the police department, so she could have put him in the trunk. Anywho, there is a small discrepancy which is pretty easily explained away. Chief Gant said that Goodman was killed in the police department at 5:15, but Lana was witnessed, probably, trying to remove Goodman from Edgeworth's trunk at 5:15 and called her sister Emma at 5:18 at the prosecutor's office, a full 30 minutes away. When Gant told us that, he was trying to lead us to the conclusion that the murder that took place at the police department was the same murder that we were investigating, so maybe he fudged the time a little bit. After all, if I recall correctly, the autopsy states that Goodman died sometime after 4 p.m. So, today, we have some time to do a bit more investigation. Hopefully, we can punch some more holes in the prosecution's case against Lana Skye. February 23rd, 2:15 p.m., Wright and Company Law Offices.
Mr. Wright, so what's going on with the case anyway? I'm a little confused.
Huh? Well, let's see. What is going on? The victim, Detective Bruce Goodman, was stabbed to death after 5 p.m. on the 21st. Wait, after 5 p.m., not 4 p.m. So, I was wrong about that in my intro. But still, it's a 30-minute drive by taxi. Alright, we'll worry about that later. He died in the prosecutor's parking lot and the police department's evidence room.
What's this and the evidence room part? The prosecutor's office and the police department are 30 minutes apart by car.
Oh, we're getting into this in-game, okay. Well, that's what we're going to find out. Or try to, at least.
All right, let's do it.
Glad she's in good spirits, but I'm not sure she's going to be much help with this.
Don't be so sure, Mr. Wright. He says his parentheticals out loud. That's not the way you do that.
Huh?
Look, we're in this together, right? I'll prove that these thick-rimmed glasses of mine aren't just for show. Let's go. Science awaits us.
February 23rd, Prosecutor's Office, underground parking lot.
You know, I really don't think we should worry about the police department murder.
Why not?
There wasn't even a body found there. Who cares?
Yeah, it was only our victim who was killed in their evidence room. No biggie.
Besides, my sister would never do such a thing. I know it.
That oil drum, was it empty?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. $50 gallons of water weighs a lot. My sister erasing evidence at the crime scene? Never.
Even though she says they don't get along, Emma really likes her sister.
That's not it at all. It's just, we're both professionals at what we do, and I trust her.
Big words for a high school student. Well, whether there was blood on the floor or not, the water in that oil drum washed it all away.
Ignore the strength of my science at your own peril, Mr. Wright.
Huh? What's that grin for?
This situation calls for one thing, and that is luminol testing fluid.
Luminol?
Blood is sticky stuff, you know. You can't just wash it away with a little water. Even if you can't see it, it's still there.
But wouldn't the police have already done these tests?
Never trust anyone's eyes but your own, Mr. Wright. Just give it a try.
Me? Why do I have to do it? Because I have the controller, not her.
I'm a minor. I can't even drink yet.
We're testing bloodstains with this stuff, not drinking it.
Here, look, I'll lend you these glasses.
Huh? You had an extra pair of these things? Ooh, everything's red.
To test for a blood reaction, just spray the luminol on it. Like this, see? Press enter to spray it on.
I hope A works.
Okay, let's find us some bloodstains.
Okay. There's some bloodstains. I can see your eyes shining behind those glasses. So, this is a blood stain.
It's so... Ugh.
Emma, you're shaking.
It's just... This is my first time seeing real blood.
Scientific investigation in action.
Okay, well, we definitely know that this is a blood stain. But, doesn't something strike you as odd? Scientifically speaking, of course.
What's odd about this scientifically? The amount of blood. There should be a lot more. The perpetrator and Detective Goodman fought here, right? Well, no, he was already dead, but whatever. Don't you think there'd be a little more blood?
I definitely think so. I mean, look at all the blood on the sole of the victim's shoe.
It is pretty strange. If they fought here, there'd have to have been more blood than this.
Hey, Mr. Wright? I'm gonna mark up the floor plans where we find a blood stain, okay? See, I'm pretty handy to have around, right?
Yeah. And this stuff's pretty handy too.
I saved up all my allowance to buy that.
Oh. Luminol testing fluid. Received from one very proud-looking Emma Sky.
We can't be sure that the police will reveal all their evidence in court. Sometimes they fail to mention evidence that doesn't fit with their view of the case.
Then let's drag that hidden evidence out into the light of day.
Yeah. It feels like we're really investigating a crime now, doesn't it?
Guess I should give this a spray on anything suspicious.
Ha!
Oh, it's you.
I wonder how that fluid of yours would react to a nice deli box. Miss Star! You only trust your own eyes, hmm? Not bad, you two.
Why are you not in jail for perjury right now?
This day-old deli box is on the house.
Sorry, it's just... that kind of lead-in doesn't really get my mouth watering.
You certainly put me in a tight spot today. My apologies, Miss Starr, but you committed so many acts of perjury that I don't even know why I'm speaking to you right now. No, it's okay. It was my fault. Clearly. Oh, we know. Thank you, Emma. I witnessed everything from that security room right there. But I was afraid that wouldn't sound convincing enough, you see. I was wrong to think that. I'm sorry. Sorry? You lied on the witness stand? That's unforgivable. Thank you, Emma. Kindred spirits. Me and this little four-eyed ragamuffin. Little girl, don't forget what's important here. That you're a lying liar. Even if the place I witnessed the events from was different, I still saw what I saw. How can we believe that you saw what you saw if you lied about everything else? I saw Chief Prosecutor Sky stab a man in cold blood, and that testimony still stands. It shouldn't. I swear it on my honor as a detective. She stabbed Goodman. What honor? All right, I'm going to drop it now. I know this photograph has something important to tell us, but what? So, you were a detective, weren't you, Miss Starr? Yes. It was a long time ago. Well, 2 years ago. Okay, about that. 2 years. That's also how long it's been since, Marshall was kicked out of the detectives unit. And 2 years ago was when Edgeworth had his first big case with Lana Skye. No matter how hardened the criminal, when they faced me, they coughed it up. Coughed it up? They confessed. Oh, what'd you do, torture them? They babbled like babies. You know, I may seem like a demon sometimes, but I can be an angel too. I wouldn't doubt it. Every day, I dragged the dirt out of the mouths of suspect after suspect. And before long, they called me the cough-up queen. Oh, and here I thought someone had gotten food poisoning from your lunches. And you were let go? Fired? I felt I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if these prim and proper prosecutors hadn't let me go, I'd still be one today. It's all because of that case, the SL9 incident. Oh, SL9? Wait, she doesn't mean... Yeah, she does. What do you think about this? The SL9 incident. It's written on that knife. And on that note. Goodman. Goodman was the head detective on that case, you know. Really? That knife was evidence from that case. The murder weapon. It was due for transferal the very day that Goodman was killed. As I suspected, SL9 isn't over. Not yet.
Do you think you could tell us more about the SL9 incident?
What? I had one of those up until 2 years ago. Back when you were the Cop-Up Queen, right?
We found this ID card here in this parking lot.
Well, there's no mistaking that. It's definitely Goodman's.
But it's the same ID as the man who was killed at the police department.
That's impossible.
I wish I could be so sure. Okay, why can I not talk to her more about the case? Yeah, it's the same information. Okay, she's not going to talk about it, I guess. So this is the famous oil drum.
Well, no time like the present. I'll try to kick it over myself. Hi-ya!
That's okay, don't cry. That Lana Sky must be one strong woman. Oh, okay. This is how I use it. Ah, blood.
Here, a phone. Let's... Wait, no.
There's blood on it. Okay, how do I... Ah! Oh, I have to spray 3 times. Okay, got it. This blood must be from when Lana...
No, my sister isn't the murderer.
But she did call you, didn't she? At the time of the crime? And her right hand is bandaged.
Hey, just whose side are you on?
This has nothing to do with taking sides. So, this means that Lana's hand had blood on it. This just keeps getting worse. Okay, I think that's all. Yes?
You said you wanted some hot tea, right?
No, but thanks.
She didn't even look at it. You must have to brew the leaves a long time to get a rich flavor like this. We pre-infuse the leaves with steam before brewing. I knew it! So that's the secret to their aroma. Exquisite!
The only thing I'm smelling here is wasted time. Yeah. Alright. We are clearly not going to get her to talk more about the case, so let's go somewhere else. February 23rd, Police Department entrance. It's even busier here today than it was yesterday.
The detectives are running around so fast they're blurring.
I suppose it makes sense. The detective did get killed here after all.
So, the evidence room, the scene of the crime. According to the pamphlet we got at the front desk, here it is.
She's like a kid at an amusement park.
Ooh, a real crime scene. Let's go take a look.
If they'll let us? Guard station. New area. Okay. February 23rd. Evidence room entrance guard station. This looks like Officer Marshal's decorations. What's with the decor in this place? It's very eccentric.
According to the pamphlet, this is the guard station for the evidence room.
So beyond that door is the evidence room. The scene of the crime?
It sure seems that way. Oh.
What's wrong?
It's those cacti. They're so prickly, so imposing. It's hard to think straight.
If you can't handle the cacti, stay out of the desert. What I want to know is, if this is a guard station, where is the guard?
I have a feeling I know who he is already. Yikes, those sure are prickly. They must be the real deal.
I would think just one big one would be sufficient.
These cacti are a lot like my sister, actually.
How so?
Encased in a cold, rigid shell, with spines pointing in every direction. Just like her.
I'm not so sure I see the resemblance.
It's more an attitude thing than a physical similarity. There's a security guard uniform hanging here.
It looks more like a costume than a uniform, honestly.
A leather jacket, leather pants, a leather... What was that called again? Punchy? A paunchy? Pinchy? Ooh, I know, a poochie! Wait, maybe that wasn't it.
It's a poncho. But I think I'll keep that information to myself for the time being. It looks like there's a video feed from the evidence room here.
There's a light blinking below the monitor. It says recording. I bet we could use this computer to check on who went in and out of there.
The evidence room is beyond that door.
Let's just walk in. It won't open.
You thought it'd be open? I think we need someone's permission to go in there first. It'd be a lot easier to get permission if there was someone here to ask.
This swinging door makes the place look like some kind of saloon.
But look, it's nailed shut. You can't get in that way.
Of course not. If you went in through there, the cactus would fall over. Ouch.
I'd say it'd be more of a myself. Maybe someone's at the entrance now? Maybe someone there can give us permission. Wow, everyone looks deadly serious here.
Well, there was a vicious murder of a detective down at the police department.
Yes, but the same detective was also killed at the same time in the prosecutor's lot.
It makes my head hurt.
Well, first things first. Let's go check out the police department crime scene.
Yes, you sound dead set on investigating. But don't mess up, or we could wind up dead.
I doubt anyone wants more mysteries or dead bodies around here right now. But it doesn't look like anyone's going to help us much either. Well, crap. Okay, maybe I came here too soon. I know I have to figure out a way to get her to talk more about the case. Actually, yeah, let's talk to her about this. If you think about it, I could have taken that picture from the guard room. But even I get flustered sometimes. So you went straight to the scene of the crime. I rushed toward the chain link fence in an effort to stop the murder. That's when I took this photo, yes. In other words, 5 minutes after the crime. Those 5 minutes are the whole problem. The hole in my testimony, as it were.
5 minutes weren't the problem, Miss Starr. You lying was the problem.
Listen, little girl. I've had my testimony disregarded before. And I wasn't going to have it disregarded again. Just like that time. That time? Okay, apparently that's what I was supposed to ask her about.
Yep.
That incident really opened up my eyes to the truth. We're nothing to them. Disposable.
Disposable? To who?
2 years ago, it was the biggest case I'd ever handled. The police and the prosecutors were desperate for decisive evidence.
So, they didn't solve it?
On the contrary, it was solved quite cleanly. The criminal was caught and executed. Executed? Yes, the criminal got what was coming to them. It doesn't get any cleaner than that. The only problem was, they never did find decisive evidence. Not a shred.
What?
But the criminal was executed, right? On the basis of evidence of a sort. Made up evidence.
What? You mean they executed someone with fabricated evidence?
The best part came several months after the trial. Every detective involved with the case was dealt with. Some were demoted to patrolmen. Others found themselves out of a job.
And you were one of those?
Myself and one other person you know well. Wait, could it be? Exactly. Detective Jake Marshall. Oops, I mean, Police Department Security Detail Officer Jake Marshall. As professional detectives, we investigated that case from every angle. Jake was particularly determined. And then, it was over, and he was demoted. However, he hasn't forgotten, and neither have I. You haven't forgotten SL9? There was another side to that case, a hidden side. That's what we're after now. And no one up in their fancy offices can stop us.
Wait, those lunches you sell. There's only one reason I come to sell lunches in this accursed office. I come here to meet old friends, boyfriends that can help me investigate. Ms. Starr's old boyfriends, how many does she have anyway? Just when all the detectives on SL9 have disappeared, we find new evidence. There has to be a connection. So, rookie. What? It seems like you're serious about investigating this case. Yes. Then you should take this. A Salisbury steak lunch? I know a certain guy who might help you if you tempt him with this treat. Okay, then. Oh. Officer Marshall in particular. Gotcha. Miss Starr? Officer Marshall, are you his, are you going out? Why do you want to know? I was just wondering what happened to him. A long time ago when he was helping my sister do cases, he was so nice. He got along so well with my sister, it made me jealous. And he was nice to me too back then.
This would be when Officer Marshall was a detective.
But now he's so cold. Jake and I are merely cooperating on this investigation. We're putting the past to rest, as it were. Nothing more than that. I see. Thank you.
Officer Jake Marshall.
Okay then.
This place is charged with frantic energy as always. Freeze!
Huh? Wasn't that... What?
One steak lunch, please. Oh, it's you.
Detective Gumshoe.
Now's no time for chit-chat, pal. I'm a busy man. What I really need is a steak lunch from Lunchland.
Oh, you mean one of these? Actually, it's not for sale.
I think I just heard the sound of his heart breaking. Now's no time for despair. We've caught our criminal. Now we just need evidence. The criminal, you mean... You heard about the stabbing in the police department evidence room, right, pal? On the same day that a detective was killed in the prosecutor's parking lot, another detective was killed in the police department?
And the perpetrator? Do you have a suspect?
Well, there was a suspect. Just arrested him, in fact. It's the biggest scandal to hit the station in ages. Everything's topsy-turvy.
But Detective Gumshoe, who was it?
Listen, pal, all I know is I need me a steak lunch pronto. Standing around here talking isn't going to fill my belly.
All right. But wait, don't leave.
If you want to know more, head on down to the detention center, pal. Questioning should be over, so I figure he's down there having a good cry. Later.
All right. He ran off to the evidence room.
Well, this investigation is off to a running start. Okay, off we go. Wait, what?
All right, there. Still, I do feel better about things, a little. I mean, they caught the person who stabbed Detective Goodman, didn't they?
Yeah, I guess they did. Best to not go too far down that road right now. Things will just get confusing.
The heck was that? What was that?
Sir, that's what I'm saying. Me, a perpetrator?
I'd say I was the perpetrator, I guess, sir. That's what I'd say.
It's Meekins.
Hi, greetings, sir. Wait, I know who you are. Excuse me, but is Mr. Edgeworth anywhere on the premises? I'm here, sir, at the request of the chief, sir. I get your report, sir. Officer Meekins, so you're a guard here at the detention center? No, sir, I'm not, sir. I'm a little lost patrolman, like a little lost lamb, sir. Oh, I get it. You're here to deliver a report? No, sir. How should I say this?
Wait, he isn't.
Is he?
Officer Meekins, you didn't. Did you?
Perpetrator Officer Meekins reporting, sir.
Why did they let him keep that?
What?
Now, this is an unexpected turn of events. Also leads me to believe that he's actually innocent, because otherwise, I don't think he'd be here right now.
Sir, I'm a patrolman with General Affairs, sir. Sir!
Ow! I can hear you just fine, Officer Meekins.
I had some business that day, sir, and so I went to the evidence room, sir. The guard station in front of the room was empty, sir. So, normally there's a guard at the evidence room? That's right, sir, because evidence is kept in the evidence room, sir. It has to be called that place. And now the security officer was none other than Officer Marshall.
Marshall?
Then, sir, I happened to glance at the security room monitor. That's when I saw him, sir. A suspicious person in the evidence room. He's a suspicious person, sir. I'd call him so suspicious he was even a suspect. Ow!
What the heck is this guy doing?
So what happened then? And then after that, sir, everything went white. I saw red. I blacked out.
Did you hyperventilate?
And when I came to that, I was here in the detention center.
How long were you out? Days?
Might I ask, what happened to your hand? Sir, there was no one to bandage me, sir. So I did what I could to wrap it up, sir.
A bandage on his hand. Just like Ms. Sky.
Yet another similarity between this case and the prosecutor's office.
First things first. Tell us how you hurt your hand. About your hand. Did that happen during the course of the crime?
Well, you see, sir, don't you think you should just confess? But sir, there was nothing I could do.
Nothing you could do?
Sir, to tell the truth, sir, when it happened, sir, when the sir detective pointed the sir knife at me, I just hollered, sir. And the next thing I knew, I was unconscious.
The next thing you knew, you were...
Huh? Then when I opened my eyes, I was alone in the evidence room, sir, all alone. Alone because the Detective Goodman had disappeared. What? Then when I looked down, I was gushing blood from my hands, sir. Oh, the shock, oh, the sorrow, sir. Can you imagine how I felt?
The victim's body disappeared?
That's some story.
I don't mean to pry, but you are the perpetrator, correct? You killed Detective Bruce Goodman in the evidence room, right?
Sir, please don't look at me with those sad puppy dog eyes, sir. If you have to label me as a perpetrator, the suspect or a victim, sir, then label me a victim. I would, but you happen to be in detention, and alive and well at that. Well, yes, that's true, sir. I suppose you could say that.
Did you know the victim, Detective Goodman?
Well, sir, if I had to label him as a stranger or total stranger, then I'd say he leans heavily on the total stranger side.
So you did not know him?
Sir, I work in a tiny department devoid of light or other creature comforts. I don't know any detectives. So, if he was a total stranger, why did you stab him? Sir, I had no intention of killing him, sir, none. Nor do I have any recollection of killing him, sir.
At least someone around here is more confused than I am.
Okay.
Have you seen this before? Officer Meekins, this is for you.
I'm scared of knives, sir.
It's okay. I just wanted you to take a look.
That's it, sir. Last night, sir. That's the one. I was an apple, sir, and in my dream, sir, and I was being peeled. On second thought, you don't have to look at the knife.
He's overacting to the knife, but I guess he's been through a lot. Okay.
Oh.
Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. Okay, I completely misremembered that. He's already ID'd Goodman. But, I don't know. Let's see.
Do you think you could take a look at this? Hey! That's it, sir. That's it. That's what? My head was a blank until this very moment. But sir, now I remember. I remember, sir.
You mean you remember what happened?
Correct, that card. That card was the cause of it all.
Cause of it all?
This ID card? Exactly, sir. That's it, sir. That's it. Nothing could be more exact, sir. Nothing.
I'd better to pry into this one a little deeper. Can you tell me what it is you do remember?
Well, sir, you might say I'm a lost little patrolman, lost little lamb, if you will. That I didn't know Mr. Detective Goodman, who was in the evidence room.
And that's why you thought he looked suspicious?
Sir, I entered the evidence room and I asked the man to show me his ID card. Well, that sounds pretty much by the book so far. That's right, sir. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing. Suddenly pointing a knife at me. What? Sir, I assure you I was as flustered as you are right now. So I whooped and leapt at him.
Detective Goodman pointed a knife at him.
Doing to others until they do unto you, my own father's words, sir. What happened then? Well, sir, everything went white. When I awoke, I was here.
Right.
So, Officer Meekins, Why was it that they arrested you?
What do you mean, Emma?
Let's look at what we know. Now, Officer Meekins didn't know Detective Goodman. And the victim, whom he met at the scene of the crime, didn't show his ID card.
In other words, we have no way of knowing if the victim was really the victim.
And if this body just disappeared from the evidence room, we don't even know if anyone actually died. That's it, sir. That's what I wanted to say. That is, I did say something along those lines. Huh? But you still ended up here? They told me it had to be him, sir, on that day at that time. Detective Goodman was definitely in the evidence room. That's what they said.
But you don't remember the events clearly.
No. But the videotape is quite clear. Huh? Videotape? From the security camera. The crime, my crime, the crime I swore to stamp out. It's there, it's me, it's on tape.
What?
And you waited until now to tell us this? Then I'm sorry, really sorry, sir. I'll hand over my badge. I don't deserve it.
No thanks. I have my own.
Well, I guess we'd better go check out the crime scene. Okay.
Oh. February 23rd, Police Station, Criminal Affairs Department.
Hey, Mr. Wright, look who's standing at the Chief of Detectives desk.
It's Police Chief Gant. And you're sure this is all, You know what it means if there's anything missing.
Sir, I'm sure it's most likely totally perfect. We checked all of his drawers, lockers, garbage cans, bags, coats, pockets, hats, under his seat cushion, behind his personal computer monitor, inside his personal coffee machine.
I see. Well, if anything does turn up, you call me right away. Deal?
Yes, sir. We'll scour the place again, sir. The Chief of Detectives looks a little flustered.
Righto, my boy. How you been? Swim much?
It's the same day that you testified. Never mind.
Oh, Chief Gant, reporting for duty, sir.
Why are you saluting him, Mr. Wright?
Is Edgeworth going to be okay? Oh, were they? Oh, you know, they're just doing a little inquiry committee with him.
Sounds like an inquisition.
Yeah, well, they've had no end of trouble with the boys since last year.
You mean the incident on Gourd Lake?
It doesn't look good having a top prosecutor sit in the defendant's seat, does it? And you got someone else found guilty in that case. Right? Righto? Von Karma. A legend, he undefeated in his 40-year career. But in court, he fixed it so he was caught for forging evidence.
Wait! I didn't do anything wrong. He did forge evidence.
In any case, the prosecutor's office is in a bit of turmoil, you might say. Why, they do just about anything. Store their reputation. Now, depending on what that inquiry committee decides, it could be bad for.
What?
It's downright odd, I tell you. The detective getting killed. On their turf, too, I mean.
They're being the prosecutors, I assume? Scientifically speaking, it's impossible.
Yes, but that's what the evidence is saying. Goodman was stabbed in 2 locations at the same time. That's what it says.
What evidence is this?
No, righto. I can't give away all our secrets just like that. And this in particular, well, it's a little sensitive and I can't talk about it.
I wasn't expecting much anyway.
You know, one thing I hate most of all is hiding stuff. Secrets. Can't stand them. But you know, it's a full-time job just keeping the chief of detectives' mouth shut.
Ah, he was the one you were picking on earlier.
You saw that. Whoopsie.
I wonder what it was that he wanted the chief of detectives to do. Let's see if we can kind of discreetly ask him. Okay. Oh, sorry you had to see that. What exactly did the chief of police want you to do? Well, see over there, that's Goodman's desk. He wanted me to check it for anything that might be a clue, see? They took away every last piece of garbage in the trash can. So, nothing belonging to Detective Goodman is still here? Of course not. Well, except for this. What? You kept something? Sure, why not? It's not important. He didn't even finish writing it. It's a lost item report, but it's only half complete. A lost item? Did Detective Goodman lose something? The date on it is February 21st. Better make a note of that just in case. A half-written document dated 2/21 can only be submitted to the chief of police. I should really get back to investigating the police department crime scene. Oh. Okay, good. Actually, I was wondering if I could ask you a favor.
Well, I never thought the day would come when Righto asked me for help.
I was wondering if we could investigate the evidence room? You okay?
No, Righto.
Actually, I'm sorry, I don't need to investigate after all.
Righto, please, do I look like a selfish man?
Huh?
Kirk, if anyone asks me, sir, can I borrow $50? I give them $50, no problem. So go ahead, investigate that room to your heart's content. Knock yourself out.
It just goes to show, you never know until you ask.
And for you, here, you can borrow this.
Hey, this is a detective's ID card, isn't it?
That's a special card for guests, so don't lose it.
Yes, sir. It's an honor.
You just run along and do your best now. Later, folks.
Okay then. Hey! It looks pretty cool on my lapel, doesn't it? Just like a real ID. You seem happy. Yes, sir. But, sir, we need to get into the evidence room now, sir. I think this place is a bad influence on the girl. Okay, let's go. Oh. Okay. The evidence room is beyond that door. And we have the ID card from Chief Gant. Let's just walk in. It won't open. Aha! Card reader's turned off, see? What is the security guard thinking? Howdy, partners. Well, what's made my Bambino skies so gray? Officer Marshall. Why does it have to be him? What's that? Why does it have to be him look for? As you may have surmised, this here's my saloon. We're here to investigate the crime scene. Yeehaw! That card you got there on your chest. That's better than a sheriff's badge in these parts. Yeehaw. Well, what you standing there for? Get along, little doggies. Crime scene's awaiting. Looks like the card reader's on again. While we're here, I was wondering if we could ask you some questions. Sorry, cowboy, but I got no mind to tangle with your hombres. You're busy then? Did I say that? I only said I didn't wish to speak to you. Actually, you said you had no mind to tangle with us hombres. Aha! I got a way to loosen up your lips. Or smell. Reminds me of Texas. So, Officer Marshall, you're from Texas? No. I just saw a special on television the other day. They happened to be advertising Hungry Man, Salisbury steak, TV dinners on the commercials. Is this from my baby? Yeah, Miss Star? What's this? What? What's wrong? A filet steak lunch. I see. I don't see. I wonder what it means. Steak lunch given to Officer Marshall. All right, Bambino. You win. Ask. Finally, it seems like he's willing to talk. Okay, then, let's talk. Officer Marshall, you're in charge of security for the evidence room, right? You got good eyes, partner. It's an easy job, and I'm grateful for it. Actually, Officer Meekins at the detention center told us. That poor little doggy. Poor guy. I keep getting his name wrong and calling him Meekly. He told us something. He said that when the stabbing occurred, you weren't at your station. Well, maybe I shouldn't be telling you this. But since I got demoted from detective 2 years ago, well, it might not look it. I lost my fire for the job, you know. So, what were you doing around 5:15 when the murder took place? Well, I reckon I was galloping down the highway on the back of my steed Zippy. Note, he was riding down the highway on his horse named Zippy. There's no need for people here anyhow. These newfangled machines do a bang-up job of keeping an eye on the place. You mean the security camera system? I don't take the machines too much. Kinda like that stewed broccoli they sneak in next to your steak, you know? Yeah. Miss Stars told us something. She said that you were a detective until 2 years ago. It was always my dream to be a rawhide wrangler on the scene of a crime. That's all gone now. Like a drinking hole in a prayer fire. You're still investigating the SL9 incident with Miss Star, aren't you? That was my case. It's all solved on the record books, but it smells like a bad game of poker. I can't let it go. That's all there is to it. What kind of case was it anyway? We've heard the name so many times, but no one tells us what actually happened. There are some things you're better off not knowing, Bambino. Anyway, that case is officially dead as of 2 days ago. 2 days ago? The day of our case? That's right. The evidence transferals. Edgeworth was talking about the transferals too. Sorry, but could you explain what this whole transferal thing is about? We keep only evidence from solved cases in this room. They're kept here under the presiding detective's supervision for 2 years. So we can reinvestigate them if it turns out there's a mistake, see? So what happens to the evidence after 2 years? It goes to sleep forever in the underground vault at the county sheriff's department. This is a direct retcon of the previous trial. Von Karma was taking 15-year-old evidence out of this evidence room. That's what we call transferal. We do it every February. I see now. Transferal is like a funeral for old cases. 2 years after a case is solved, it's closed forever. Dead. Never to be reopened again. Never to be reinvestigated. And that happened to SL9 2 days ago. Okay, I want to ask him about the security system first, and then I'm going to show him that knife. I know what maybe 2 of the machines in here do. Only 2 of them? There must be a dozen. Like I said, Bambino, me and machines, well, I like them about as much as I like stewed cauliflower with my steaks. Easiest ones to understand are these here security cameras. Those are the ones Officer Meekins mentioned. If nothing happens, the tapes are automatically erased every few hours. And Officer Meekins and Detective Goodman, are they on one of those tapes? I reckon they might be. You're the security guard and you reckon. One more thing. When you go into the evidence room, you need an ID card. Thus the card reader by the door. Card reader leaves a record of every ID card that passes through. Ooh. So this is the ID card record. Hey, I've seen that somewhere before. Yeah, he went in at 5:14. Sorry, Bambino. Can't show you more than that. Huh? I haven't heard whether this is related to the case yet. Mr. Wright, I saw a number on that record just now. I've seen that number before. Maybe there's some way I can prove that record is tied to the stabbing. Okay. Well, let's present Goodman's ID. See this? This is the victim's ID card. Ah, the one that was on the ground in the parking lot? The number on this is 5842189. Officer Marshall, show us that ID card record again. Look, the fourth number is a perfect match.
It was used at 5:14, right before the stabbing. What's more, there's only one of them cards in the world.
So, when the incident occurred, Detective Goodman was in the evidence room.
But wait, what did Officer Meekins say?
Sir, I entered the evidence room and asked the man to display his ID card.
So you asked Detective Goodman to show his ID card. What did he do?
That's the thing. Suddenly he put in a knife at me.
If he had his ID card then, why would he have pointed a knife at Officer Meekins? All right, compadre, you win. I guess I can give you this ID card record.
Okay.
I've got an idea. Maybe I should show this list to the other people with IDs here. But first, all right. Goodman was stealing this to keep the case open. The sheriffs back in the Wild West didn't place much faith in evidence. About the only thing they trusted was their shooting hand.
This is neither Wild nor West here.
Aha! But that and this are two different things entirely.
I guess so? Huh? I'm lost.
Okay. It's like we need some evidence to get anywhere with this guy. Ah, oh well. Let's go to the evidence room. Okay, actually, this looks like it's going to be another one of those really long episodes. So we're going to stop here and go to the outro. If it turns out that there's only like 5 or 10 minutes of this left, I'll just cut this part out. Okay, so another really long afternoon of investigation. I mean, this was still meant to be a portable game, right? Anywho, so far we've discovered that Angel Starr, Jake Marshall, and Bruce Goodman were all detectives on the same murder case 2 years ago. According to Starr, a suspect was convicted and executed based on fabricated evidence. A few months later, she was off the force, Marshall was demoted to patrolman, and Goodman was untouched. What if I've ever heard it? Also, Officer Meekins has been arrested for the murder of Goodman. His memory of the event is quite spotty, as he fainted as soon as allegedly Goodman pointed a knife at him, probably the switchblade found at the other murder scene. Also, Goodman's ID was used to access the evidence room at 5:14 p.m., mere moments before Angel Starr allegedly saw him being murdered 30 minutes away. Thoroughly confused yet? Anywho, next time, we'll check out the evidence room to see if we can clear this up a bit. In the meantime, up here is a playlist of my completed playthrough of Green Daddy, a dad dating simulator, and down here is a video that YouTube recommends. Like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye!